As it will take a whole day, but just the main things that you went through. There was a story that you were raped, and just to clarify, when we talk about our issues, one thing to know that you've been healed is when you're able to tell the story. That's how you know you're healed. And especially us that we are reaching out to people that have gone through issues. To me, I couldn't talk about what I've gone through because I wasn't healed. So when you see somebody talking about it, it's not that they need sympathy. They are victorious. They are on the other side. So tell us, that's your story. I know it's a powerful testimony.
Absolutely. Thank you. First of all, I want to thank everyone for allowing me to tell my story. I practice all the time in the mirror. Well, I'm coming from like I said, I come from Flint, Michigan. And I came from a mother that was mentally ill. And so she went through things as far as emotionally things. You mind if I stand up? I feel a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay. And so as a child, she was very abusive. I had my father, which was a pastor. And so I remember as a child why I was different from everyone. I would be in elementary school and hanging out with friends, and I noticed it was a scar on my body, and kids would tease me all the time. And my father told me that my mom tried to kill me at 2 years old. She tried to drown me, but instead of drowning me, she put me in a tub with hot water and burnt my body. So after that, I started, as a child growing up, trying to learn how to gain confidence. And I had real bad insecurity because of that. Along with that, my father began to raise me, and I met my stepmother, which was like a mother to me. At the age of 17, I began to make bad choices, and I began to think differently, negatively. And so I was put into a situation where I was with a guy that decided to kill me and rape me at the same time. Not only did I go through that one rape, but I went through 3 rapes within 3 months. I remember laying there and I asked God, I said, God, if this is your will, don't let me die like this. Don't let me die like murder. And I can just recall the man stopped immediately. And he was like, let me take you home, So after dealing with that, I was also raped by women as well. Not only that, my father passed away. And so when he passed away in 2008, I was lost because that was the only person I had. But the good thing about it is I had potential. As long as you have potential, you can do whatever you want to do positive. No matter what you go through emotionally, you still can do whatever you want to do. I didn't know that at that time. I was still trying to find myself. I was still young. This is even before I had my daughter. So once I had my daughter, I had to make better choices because now my father was gone and I was living in poverty. I thought it was okay to not work. I thought it was okay to live on the state. I thought it was okay to meet different men and exchange things, you know what I mean, to try to survive. But I still had this potential in me. It was something about me that was different. Even though I hung around this environment with people smoking and popping pills and drinking and all this negativity, it was something that was in me, not even the potential, but the gift the drum gift that I had, but I still didn't get it. So I remember walking, I was living in poverty. Is it okay? I'm not taking too long. Okay. So I was walking, I was in the hood, I was walking, and I had my daughter with me. And something spoke to me and said, you can't raise your daughter up like this. You need change in your life. This is not how you raise a child. But yet still, I didn't really realize, because remember, I didn't have my real mother, so I didn't know what it was like to be a mother. I didn't know what it was like to have my own place until I decided, okay, my dad was gone. That was basically it. I still had my stepmother. And so I'm there and I'm walking and I said, I need change. I need change, Lord, I need change. And something told me to go to Texas. And it was like, if you go to Texas, I give you a life that you'll never forget. But I still didn't know myself. I still really didn't know. And I said, go to Texas? I'm not going out there with them country people and those cowboy hats and boots. And I was like, no. But something kept telling me. So I went to Texas, and when I got here, I wasn't even here for a whole 3 months. And I got a phone call that my daughter's father was murdered in broad daylight. So now I have lost my dad, all my grandparents, my daughter's father. And it was like I was fighting in this match. But I still had that potential. That potential was still telling me, Makinda, come on, you got a vision, you got a dream, let's do it. So when I got here, I hadn't worked in over 2 years. When I got here, as soon as I got here, I was only here for 4 days, and I was blessed with the job. Not only was I blessed with the job, but I was blessed with my apartment as well. That was nothing but Jesus. So after that, I still didn't know myself. I was still trying to figure out, who am I? Who am I? Who are you? And then I realized, I said, Lord, you got to give me a vision of what I'm supposed to do. And something told me everything that you have been through in your life will be a testimony. Not only will it be a testimony, but you will be able to encourage so many women that has been in your predicaments, women that has been on drugs, women that has popped ecstasy, women that has used crutches to control their emotions. I needed to be loved. So instead, I decided, okay, well, if I let this man beat me because he said that he loves me, it's okay. Every other day I woke up, it seemed like it was every other day, I woke up with black eyes. But because I needed that's what I felt like I needed. Something was like, you need this. Abuse after abuse after abuse. Until finally I told myself, I can't take this no more. Once I got here in Texas, like I said, I got me a job, I got my apartment. My daughter's father was murdered. That was another blow I took. But I didn't give up. It was something in my ear telling me, Makinda, you ain't gonna be able to do this. Give up. Give up. You don't have nobody. Give up. But I kept telling myself I'm not gonna do it. Once I got my job, it's like once I stay here, just doors after doors, God gave me this vision. And once he gave me this vision, I started subtracting all the negative people and started putting positive people that was speaking life in me. I was put in situations where people were telling me, no, this is you, this is what you're supposed to do. They seen it in me before I even seen it in myself. So now I'm here, and the things that God has done for me since I've been here is incredible. I started to get my identity because I gave up on drums. I didn't know where drums was going to take me. It took me a long ways, and it's still taking me. And it's taking me into my ministry. It's taken me where I'm able to help women. Women are listening to me. Women are saying, hey, McKenna, what do I do? How do I do this? So I just want to tell whoever, especially you, you're going to make it. You are. You're going to make it. I was just like that with my daughter, with my first apartment. I didn't have nobody. Even my mom just passed away last year. But I'm still fighting. All you got to do is keep fighting. You hear me? You're going to be okay. God bless you guys. Thank you so much.
Amen. Okay, I'm trying to digest all that. I know this wasn't a plan that I planned. Would you give us a test of drums? I know it's like kind of suddenly.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Would you guys mind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I have my keyboard so he can suck it.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah.
James, would you-
Rock on.
Okay.
One of the things that we celebrate in this ministry is gifts, and to me as a woman, I feel like, this is the ministry, it's called Solace Ministries International, and then we have different ministries inside, and women ministry deals, with women, and using our gifts and talents to glorify God, because to me, when I love church, but when I came to church, I felt like maybe if I'm not an apostle, I'm not a pastor, I'm not a teacher, I'm not this, I'm lost within there. I'm like, and I do hair, so I almost quit doing my hair because I was like, this is not spiritual. And I told my husband I want to quit doing hair so that I can preach because I owed only 5 minutes, and my husband told me to not be stupid. That's what he told me. And I pursued that, and I'm telling you, I don't even regret at all. The people, the women that I've met doing business, it's been amazing. So whatever gift that you have, my sister here, just raise your hand. She does painting, and we connected, and I didn't have time to check more, especially when people are worshiping where she can paint, just prophetic. Isn't that amazing? And using giftings, because if God gave us all these giftings, He gave us for a reason and a purpose, not to trash them. So if you have a talent, do not bury it. Thank you so much, Makinda. I will still come back again and then we'll wind up. So let's go to Lillian. So Lillian, tell us your testimony. Lillian was healed I mean, of sickness. I don't even know. In America, there are a lot of different names of sicknesses. I can't even catch up. Every day they are coming up with a new name. I had Crystal yesterday was telling me, it was Crystal, somebody was telling me now, they are even giving a name to kids, like my daughter was picky. You know, I don't like eating this food. Now they're giving that a conditional name. I'm like, what is happening? So anyway, so tell us the name of what they gave it to you and what you did. That was amazing testimony, even if it was just written.
Okay, I'm back again. So it all started in the year 2012. I was living in Philadelphia by then. Then I'm like, lazy, I can't walk, I can't talk well. I'm like, what is this? Then I had this dream. I had always say that I'm putting you in a coma, and I'm not putting you in a coma to die, to suffer. Then I woke up in the morning, I told devil, I don't belong to you. I'm not suffering. Okay. Then I went ahead and prayed about it. After 2 weeks, the same dream kept on repeating itself. I told myself, it's good sometimes even if you're born again Christian, it's good to be wise. I took myself to the doctors. I called them. He gave me an appointment to the dermatologist because I thought it was fibroids. So I went. When I went in there, they did me some stuff called biopsy. I'm sorry. I was new in the country. Okay. So they did biopsy. Then after 24 hours, the dermatologist, this lady called me, told me that you need to come over. Your case is an emergency. So I went. I had to call him. Then I went. Then she told me that your thyroids are very low. You are like 7% low. So in about 3 weeks, you could have died in your sleep. I said, you know what? I'm not dying. This is my son here. I'm a single mother of one. His name is Ben Morgan. I love him. So, okay. So I said, no, I'm not going anywhere, devil. You know that? Okay, I belong to the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. Okay. She sent me to my doctor. So they gave me this dosage, 25%, 25 mg, it won't work. They gave me 50 mg, nothing is working. My blood work is still showing the same thing. Okay. I started with 50 mg. My anxiety started going up. I went crazy. Like, my head was off. At work, they almost fired me. But I was, because of the grace of God and favor of God, I was not fired. So after that, I stayed. I moved to Texas. The Lord told me to come to Texas. Here I came to another doctor. This doctor here called the other doctor in Philly, cast that doctor out, said, this woman will be dead right now. You're giving her low dosage. I told the doctor, I'm living because Jesus lived. Yes. Okay. And then I said, he asked me, you're a believer, a very strong believer. And maybe that's why this medication are not working. Okay. I said, fine. I can't take medication. He put me on 100. After 1 week, I stepped, this what we call them, trauma, all of us shaking. My body was literally shaking. Every time I used the bathroom, I'll go down the floor. It was not easy. I went back to them. Then it was like, you need to get anxiety medication. You know what I told God? You know, I'm sorry. If you start one medication, it has its own side effect. Then you go to the doctor, they will tell you that you have to take this medication. By the time myself, I did 50, I'll be having a bag of medication. And I told God, I'm not buying life. You gave us life for free. And because of that, I'm standing with your work. This medication out here, it will never work. But I'm going to live because Jesus lived. Okay, all right. Now I went back, they did blood work. I got the nurse practitioner. Then she said, no, something is going on. Let us take your calcium and your Proratin. Did I know what this Proratin is? Okay, they went check. She came back with a result saying that my Proratin is high and my calcium is down, all the way down. And she don't know how I'm surviving. My thyroid is still down. Okay, I said, okay, fine. She told me you need to go to MRI immediately. Wait, having a brain tumor. I told her, no, I'm not going to know MRI. I have an MRI myself. She asked me, what is MRI yourself? I said, I have doctors in heaven. Let me consult him. After 3 months, I'll be back. Okay, say, are you sure? Yes. She was mad because it was not an easy for those who are nurses and doctors, it's not easy. You can't just let a patient just live like that. I say, if you want me to write it down, I'll write it down. Get my copy or give you my copy. I'm sorry, I appreciate all doctors and all nurses. Okay, I left with my faith. My son came from school. I told my son, guess what? They told me my calcium is it low? My prolactin is high and my calcium is very low. I told my son, from today, keep on saying that calcium high, prolactin low. So it was a song every day. It was a song, every morning, every time you sleep. That is the song. I went back after 3 months. They did blood work. The doctor looked at us. What happened? I said, what happened? You're fine. I said, okay. I said, amen. He told me that. I told you, Lilian, you have to speak to this medication to work. Your faith is just extraordinary faith. My prolactin went down. It was from 27. It went down to 2.67. When you Google, that's the exact. It's supposed to be there. When I went to calcium, my calcium was 38. It went down. It went up to 20 points. So I keep on taking my vitamin D. Okay. I don't know. I'm not stopping here. I'm not taking no medication. I went. He gave me the medication 75 mg. I kept on taking. That was last year, December. The last week of December, I decided to fast against the medication, against of buying life. Life is free. I believe air is free. Everything is free. Because God, I believe in a resurrection spirit. Okay? So, Lillian, I went on fast, and that was it. As a human being. It's a routine in my head. I'm still taking this medication until January 1st. I went ahead and pulled up the pill box. It wouldn't open. It didn't won't open. Then something went. Remember you prayed last week? You are healed. I went ahead, hit the box, trash everything, put it and flush it. And let me tell you something. They say that if you stop that medication, because I went from C3 to amathyroid, and they always tell you, never stop taking this medication until you die. Yeah, it's a prescription until you die. I stopped it. I'm here. It's August 12th. I'm not dead. I'm a living testimony because Jesus lived. There is power in the blood of Jesus Christ. Yeah, there is power in the blood of Jesus Christ. So all it takes is a step of faith. Yeah, a step of faith. It doesn't matter. Okay, I appreciate them. I appreciate the doctors and the nurses. But let me tell you, sometimes the things they will tell you drive you crazy, make you more sick. And you have to go against that voice. There's a voice of the devil and there's a voice of God. So at the cross, there's power on that cross. The blood, there's power on that blood. So I'm a living testimony. I appreciate you, my son. Thank you for being there for me. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Wow, what a powerful testimony of healing and of what you shared to us. It was amazing. And I mean, especially in America, they say a lot of people are sick, people are under medication. So there has to be something that is not right, that is eating our bodies. And to me, one thing I'm learning, even when I'm eating food, is good to even sanctify. The Bible says we pray even for what we eat, with thanksgiving. So because the food itself is becoming poison when you Google what is happening. There's another time we were watching this video. Now there was this catfish, but it was plastic. People went to the store and bought the catfish, but when they came home, it was really strange, but it's as plastic inside. I mean, it's happening. There's even now fake meat. When you go, they put all different pieces together. And I mean, I'm not telling you to not eat, but we are living in a times, because the enemy will try to use what we consume a lot. We eat every day. I mean, sometimes we never think about food, but food was the first sin in the Garden of Eden. The woman ate the fruit. So through the mouth, that's why God sometimes will tell us to fast, because it's good to consecrate our body. So thank you so much for sharing that. Amazing. So as we finish, what one word would you tell someone that has gone through that? Loss, rape, abuse, just a takeaway word.
Yes, absolutely. For those who have been through losses, rapes, and different obstacles that we face each and every day, I would just encourage you to continue to trust in God, continue praying, continue making positive choices, and that's basically it.
You, Lillian, what would you tell people that are sick? Of course, people will be scared telling them get out the medication, but they have to have that faith because you don't want people to die. Then they come and say, "You told us," but what did you tell us? With wisdom, I mean, everybody's faith is in different levels. What would you just advise them?
I would advise you. One thing, you have to be wise. You have to listen to yourself. If a doctor tells you that you are suffering from this, what is your spirit telling you? And you have to pray about it. Okay? Continue taking the medication. I would say no. But when you're taking that medication, we do this in the spiritual line. Take the medication. But the water you're using to drink the water, pray for that water. Turn it to the blood of Jesus. It is water, but it can't be the blood of Jesus. As you swallow that medication, swallow to the blood of Jesus every day. And I'm telling you, if the dosage is high, it's going to go low, and they're going to take the medication out.
Amen. Mm-hmm. Sounds strange? Yes. It's not strange because I was reading about, actually, nowadays even the people of the world know a lot. When I was reading a documentary about the mystery of water, that through the sound, because God created the earth through the sound can change the frequency of water. And it's so powerful that they're using that even to speak to water. And some of you come from Catholic. Where did they get that from? There's always something people know. Not say that we start having holy water, but there's always something with the water. So anyway, so that's a powerful one. Yes, pray. Do not live tomorrow if you have a medication. If God is not telling you, you will die, I'm telling you. But if your faith tells you to live it. If your faith tells you to maybe take one pill a day and, just do whatever the Holy Spirit leads you. So thank you so much for sharing. Can we clap for them? Thank you so much. You can have a seat. And right now we have